She says no good man will give her time, but at some point you have to ask why. Dating doesn't get harder by accident. Choices, standards, and timing all matter.
I'm still single. So my thing is this. I never thought that I would be 43 and never been married, not engaged, not a prospect, not nothing. And I now understand those church women. Now, I don't actively go to church at the moment. Pray for me. But I think I understand. I think I understand. Now that my daughter's in college, my son lives with his dad, I'm the only one here. And I work all day and I come home to a peaceful house with no one here. And you see people's marriages, and I'm an Uber driver. I'm taking couples on dates and all of that good stuff. I had a guy in my car today that was surprising his wife and taking her to Italy and Paris. And I was just like, Like, it's not about the things that he said. It's about the fact that he loves his wife. And I was just like, dang, was I like a terrible person in a former life? Like, was I horrible in my youth? Like, how come I'm not lovable? I've had men tell me that they love me, and I've had guys say they wanted to marry me, all of that good stuff, but I'm still single. And I come home alone. And I understand that I have the Lord. Trust me, I do. But at the same time, that doesn't stop the fact that I understand those church women now. I understand when a fine man walk in, is every woman for herself. Like, I get it. It's not a good feeling to be older and you see people around you celebrating their 10th, 15th, 20th, 30th anniversary, and you're like, yeah, I haven't made it more than 6 months. So, I don't know. That's my TED Talk for today. I don't know if anybody else understands those church mothers and those church women that we always talk about, but we mess around and become one of them. So, yeah. Lord, let's go through this process, because I'm ready to be a wife now.
I'm 30 and I'm single, and something that I quickly had to learn while dating at my 30s is that 30 or plus year old men would much rather date women that are on their early 20s than women that are 30 or plus years old. And I think the reason for that is because when you turn 30, you hit this wall where you don't take the same shit that you used to take while you were in your 20s. For example, when I was at my 20s, a guy would say, yeah, you know, like, I just need time. I cannot be in a serious relationship with you right now. And I would go for it, and I would entertain this man. If a man comes today and says, hey, I'm not ready for a serious relationship, it's like, babe, you're 30. The hairline is going back. Like, what else do you need time for? So I quickly had to realize that I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time single, and I have to be okay with it because I cannot go back to my 20s. I also don't want to. I love being 30 and the maturity and consciousness that I have now.
So I just came from a first date, and I'm just going to sum it up. It went well, right? But how he ended the date is just like, it's not much, but I love food. So this just really spoke to me. So as we were saying goodbye, he's like, did you enjoy your food? And I was like, yes, I did. I'm going to be hungry in an hour, though. And he's like, okay, I'll send you some food to your house so you won't have to spend your own money. Helping me save money on food already, and you putting food in my belly? That's a love language for me in its own. I'm already in love. So I just came from date number 2, and it just keep getting better. And then he ghosted me.
Listen, here's the thing. If you become a divorced mother in your mid to late 30s, I want you to recognize that you are going to witness other women who are similar to you, who are snagging the young bucks, okay? They are robbing the cradle. They're getting the guys who were barely alive when 9/11 happened. And that's all fine and dandy. But I'm here to tell you, as one of those bitches, that it's not all that it's chalked up to be, okay? It's actually not all that great. I mean, my family is harassing me left and right, asking what I'm doing, wondering why I look so old, standing next to this little baby boy. I mean, I got humbled real quick shocked this morning when my mom called and said that she made me an appointment to get Botox so I don't look so old next to him. This is just the reality, ladies, okay? And I don't feel like I even look that old for my age. But listen, when it looks like you could be nursing your son and your new man at the same time, this is a problem. This is a problem, and it's become a problem for me.
So I made the decision to start dating again. Are people actually being asked on dates? Because I feel like there's lots of pen pals, but no, like, invites? Like, is that the way to put it? So help me out here. Are people actually going on dates or being asked out? Like, what's going on?
I want to talk about being single and wanting to be loved. I'm currently on a trip on my own in Costa Rica, and something really amazing happened to me today. I'm coming towards the end of my trip and I'm getting a little bit in my feels, and I made a video, it's a couple of videos back, talking about rejection and the fact that I started this year experiencing lots of different rejections, both personally and professionally. Some of those were, of course, in the world of dating, and it just made me think, God, is this ever going to happen for me? Now, I talk a lot about being single and being happy, and I think that no one is perpetually happy. No one is happy 100% of the time. It's just not possible. However, in general, I'm incredibly happy because I just don't want to settle. I know the kind of relationship that I want, and so I'm willing to hold out for that relationship. However, there are days where I'm just like, oh, I would really like to start that journey now. I would really like to start that journey with somebody. And today was one of those days. I woke up and I was feeling, you know, a little bit kind of like emotional and a little bit like, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. And then all of those kind of old thoughts and patterns come up for me, like, what's wrong with me? Why does no one want me? Boo-hoo. But I recognize now, and I'm very aware, self-aware, that those are just thoughts and they're not actually a reality. So I choose not to buy into them because now I have that choice. So anyway, I took myself to breakfast because I was like, I need to eat something. I took my journal. I'm like, I'm going to just journal this all out and I'm going to feel so much better. And as I was sitting down to have my breakfast with my journal, my holiday friends that I made on a trip yesterday came down for breakfast, and they were leaving this morning, and I was so happy to see them because I thought they'd already left. And I don't know if you believe in coincidences or serendipity or the universe or whatever, but I certainly do. And one of the women, Ro, started telling me a story about how she'd been single for 14 years, and then she has now met this incredible man and she's in love. She's just turned 39. They've been together for like the last year or so. And she also told me that her mum didn't meet her now husband of 15 years until she was 43. She didn't meet the love of her life until she was 43. I'm of the belief that we definitely have more than one love of our life or one soulmate. I think there are many, many people. And I think for the different versions of us that we are, there are many different junctions that we can take. But when I heard her tell this story, it just filled my heart with so much joy. And I was just like, that's the hope and faith. That's the hope and faith. Because the person that I'm going to be with exists. They're alive, living their life somewhere. And when the time is right, I'm going to meet them. And that was the message that I needed to be reminded of. And that was the message that I got this morning. So whether you're male, female, if you're single and you do want a relationship, some people don't, and that's absolutely fine. And sometimes you find yourself kind of losing hope. I think it's really, really important to remember that timing is everything. Enjoy your life right now. And when you're meant to meet that person, you will. And yeah, I truly believe that's going to happen. And when it does, I'll be sharing it with all of you. Thanks, guys. Love ya.
I just want other women to know that we don't need to hate men. They have their problems too. They're going through life things as well.
I miss my family. I miss being a family.
I'm going to keep my heart and my mind open, and I won't take other women beating me down because I'm not doing what they want. Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. But women, you know, you've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy. And we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
Hi. I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I just keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good. And maybe all of this was my fault. Maybe I'm a selfish, narcissistic. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one. I don't know, but I'm kind of struggling. All that fake, all that happy, oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock. And now it's coming like into reality, and I don't know. I know this is just a separation, and there are a lot of worse things in the world than this. I just don't know what my life's gonna be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
The last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction, to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. You can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead.
Anyway, this really lovely woman, I cut her hair and do her highlights, and I do her kids' hair and her husband. And they invited me to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. And I was getting ready to go, and I bought the kids little gifts. And I just thought, I'm going to go and have dinner with these people and their children, instead of being at home with my own. And I wonder what I'm doing. It's really not... I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this. I miss my family. I miss being a family. It's so hard. It's really hard. It just hit me. Like all of everything I've ever known is gone. My family isn't here anymore. I mean, they're here, but we're not together.
I have a few things I want to talk about, and I'm going to start, and I didn't rehearse this, but I just need to get it out. I believe that women our age, a lot of us are, and you know, I'm not this way, but I got some like kind of comments that I want to talk about. When you're in your 50s and you're dating men in their 50s, you have to understand that we have so much wounds. Like, we have so much going on. We've been through marriages and divorces, and we have children, and we've been hurt, and we have all kinds of baggage. So when women expect men to be perfect and there's never a blip, and you check all the boxes, and you suddenly get one thing that happens and you go, that's it, I'm out. Do you understand that you're missing out on a person that could be very important to you? you might never get to know somebody because you're so focused on being treated like a queen. And I understand being treated like a queen is important. But when someone has family and children and responsibilities, they don't always have all that energy to put into you. You're not a princess. We are human beings. I don't want to hate men. I'm not tired of men. I want to be kind, and I want to give back to a man just the same as I expect him to give back to me. And I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to hang out with somebody who treats me like shit. You know when that's happening. You can tell. And if it gets to the point where I feel miserable, I'm out. I know who I am. And I know that I'm valuable and I'm smart and I'm funny. And I just don't want to have this inside hatred for all men, or have these preconceived ideas. Oh, that's because he's a man, or he's a misogynist, or because his opinions might be, old fashioned, or if he's a dick, you're going to know it. I'm going to know it. And there's like so much out there for us. And I want to keep that hope. I want to keep that feeling of excitement. I want that. And I'm going to give care packages, and I'm going to bring him coffee and make little snacks. And you know what? I'm going to get it back because I'm giving it. And if I don't, then that is a different story. I just want other women to know that we don't need to hate men. They have their problems too. They're going through life things as well. And yeah, some men are dicks. And that's why we moved on. Or it didn't work and we moved on. But I'm going to keep my heart and my mind open. I know who I am, and I'm very proud of it. And I won't take other women beating me down because I'm not doing what they want. And I'm not saying that any of you did that. There are some women that I have had to get rid of, that are constantly after me. And I'm putting myself out here. I'm very vulnerable. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but I also, I appreciate advice, but I also can give advice.